All right, divorce is never an easy time, but it can be even worse if you don't have all of your financial ducks in a row.
Yeah, but we are here to help in this week's Money Matters.
It's Monday, time for Money Matters. Ted Hall here with Trey Winowitz of Winowitz Financial. We're going to talk about divorce today and the things that people need to think about as they're going through these painful, stressful steps. According to estimates, divorcing individuals will need more than a 30% increase in income to maintain the same standard of living they had prior to divorce. About 1 in 5 women fall into poverty as the result of a divorce. 3 out of 4 divorced mothers don't get full payment of child support. You really got to watch out. Most men experience a loss in their standard of living in the years after a divorce. A loss generally about 10 to 40%. Depending on circumstances. All right, we're going to get to question one. You know it's going to be difficult when you go through a divorce. Right. What are the first things that people need to do when they're already going through an incredibly painful time?
Right, and we deal with this all the time, but really you have to spend the time and take inventory. You have to really take inventory of the assets that are there, the liabilities that are there, how all of the assets are titled, and really know what's there. You also need to make sure that you have more copies than you would think, maybe 3 or 4 different copies, because the assets are going to be at different institutions, banks, retirement accounts. Maybe there's a loan at the credit union. So having extra copies of the divorce decree and the settlements so that when you go meet with these institutions, you'll have everything that you need to do business with them when you're there, and you won't have to have a whole list and then come back and forth.
You're trying to figure out what's mine, what's his, what's mine, what's hers.
Correct. And then your divorce decree is going to say, okay, half of his is yours and all of that stuff. So that's going to declare if you need to move some of the retirement account over to your name, then this is the document that's going to allow you to do that.
Now, we have talked about this quite a bit already, and even having time to digest it, it's still a difficult thing for me to try to process. Yes. For someone who's going through it. They need to call and get some help from somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah, you need to sit down with a third party. Obviously, you have a divorce attorney, a financial professional. Help someone go through all that with you. You've got to make sure that all the assets are retitled correctly. Sometimes that could mean refinancing the house to get it into one name, not into both names, making sure that you're not taking credit for some of the debts that maybe are not yours. But there's a lot of work involved in that, especially in our area with retirement accounts or brokerage accounts. You don't want to do that incorrectly and end up having to pay fees or taxes or something from not having it done properly.
A lot to digest in just 2 minutes. We actually have a checklist for you that Trey has prepared for us. It's going to be on local8now.com. It's going to be on our Facebook page. We want to know how we can help with your financial concerns. Get to our Facebook page. Send us a message. We're going to get Trey to work on this, get his expertise involved, and we'll answer them.